Two Hollywood icons, Clint Eastwood and Leonardo DiCaprio, two of my favorite actors of all time. This movie had so much potential to be great, especially when we're talking about Clint and Leo. There should have been way better expectations for this movie. And that movie is J. Edgar. That came out back in 2011. J. Edgar, as we know, he was a controversial figure. Leo, however, in this movie, his acting was outstanding. And J. Edgar, that's probably the main reason why I kept my eyes on the TV screen to watch this movie. But the overall, I mean, this movie, um, bad makeup. I didn't like the lighting, the editing. I didn't like it as well. The directing, so. And I'm a fan of Clint Eastwood's um, directing style. Um, the movie, to me, it got boring. It felt too long. It was way too long. And I just felt that after the first, after watching the first 30 minutes, I'm like, okay, like pick it up, pick it up. But it didn't. It didn't. I mean, to me, it didn't. So I struggled to sit, I struggled to keep my focus on the movie. But again, this is one of those movies where you expected more. It reminds me of Shutter Island, another movie that Leo was part of, but this time it was directed by Martin Scorsese. And that's another movie that I felt that it could have been better. But since we're talking about J. Edgar, when we're talking about a biopic, and biopics are tricky because you wonder what was factual and what was not. And obviously, in every biopic, not everything is going to be 100% factual. So, but because it's Clint and Leo together, and it was the first and only time working together, it should have been way better, way better. I feel like the writing could have been better, costume, lighting could have been better as well. Um, I get the whole dark theme, situation, but there could have been so many things that could have been executed well, could have been maneuvered well, and listen, not everything. Like any person that I'm a fan of their work, whether it's from a filmmaking, writing, or acting standpoint, I'm not always just gonna focus on the good stuff, but I also gotta be fair and point out the flaws as well. And and for Clint Eastwood, since I've been paying homage to him the entire month, I gotta be fair. So, but J. Edgar, it could have been so much better. And I was just waiting. I was just waiting for the movie to pick up at a certain point, especially in Act Two. But yeah. My review for this movie, I'm not gonna go hardcore with the score because I felt that the acting really helped this movie. Just like Space Cowboys, but Space Cowboys was the performance was much better in my opinion. But the acting, because of Leo in this movie and his performance in J. Edgar, it kept me, you know, seated still because for the most part, the movie was too boring and long for me. So my review from 1 through 5 for J. Edgar, I'll give it a 3.2 out of 5 stars.